Hello everyone. Just want to make a quick video about how I, came up with the design for the Sand Leviathan in Monster Hunter Wilds. Um, yeah, this is unscripted, and I just woke up and I'm hungover, but let's go. Okay, so one of the first things you see in the trailer, it's back right here, as it's like gouging up these poor, I don't know what they're called, I'm just gonna call them bear dogs, the alpha bear dog. And you can see even closer up that the thing is wrapped around it. Obviously, this is its back, its shoulders right here, because it looks like right here that this is its leg. You see it get thrown over. Also, just real quick, I think that this might be its head. I could be very wrong about that. I think that there's a chance that this right here might be its head. Also, right here, when it's throwing the thing, you could get a good look at its head. Also, quick fun fact, if you switch between the frames, you can see that the teeth get shorter, and when the teeth are longer, it looks like it's more like flexed out, but then the teeth shrink back and then the mouth gets all relaxed. So he throws it, and then obviously you can see the bottom side here, you can see its feet and whatnot. But I think what's most important about this scene is that you can see its entire neck and head here. Okay, so let me tell you the important parts here. Actually, before I do, I want to point out in this scene where when it throws the Leviathan is there is this little like almost like star shaped blue light coming from like behind its jaw. At first I couldn't tell whether or not it was on its jaw or on its neck, but the reason why I think it's behind its jaw is because when it's being thrown for one frame, we can see a blue light. Let me see it. Right here you can see blue light, and I think that's way too far on the neck for it to be like an eye. The reason why it looks like it's it's star shaped or whatever is because it's got like scales or whatever, having the hole mostly closed. But right here I think it's open, hence it looks more like a circle, but maybe it's just blurred. And then so now right here, its body, because it's being thrown towards us, its body is still rotating away from us. So I think that's very important, because now with that, so we see that the chest is facing up straight in the sky, but then it gets turned away from us as it's rolling away from us, so we can follow the curve of the neck. And as we see, so boom, the neck is laying on the side of the sand, and then it rotates upwards, and then we can see this good curve right here. I think right here what's happening is that this is its mouth open. That's what I think. And then I think its mouth is still open, and I think right here, even though it's a little blurry, I think that's light or energy glowing from inside its mouth. And then right here, I think we get a good look at its bottom jaw. You can see a bunch of like the ridges in the bottom jaw, the scales and spikes and osteoderms. And then, so its head is curving up, going up into the sky, and then we can see that it's on its back. You can see that it's on its back, and then because it's on its back, that must mean that its neck is also on its back. So its head bounces, lands on the sand, bounces up, and then because the body decides to, the underside of the body turns towards us, that means that the neck and head has to follow. So as the neck, so as the head is falling down, we can see that this is the bottom jaw here, with all those giant spikes, like I said, and it starts turning towards us. And it's interesting because it looks like this is formed like a V or a U shape here at the bottom. So that's why I think that the bottom jaw is split open. I mean, it might not be, but I think based on this, what little blurry evidence that we have, I think that this is the case. Also, let's see. So that's what I think about the head. But I want to point out, I mean, if you really care, I think I figured out what the scales, or I guess the osteoderms on its head placement looked like. I was trying to figure out like does it have it like split? Does it have a split row like Almadron and Dalamadur, or if it has almost like a mohawk of scales down the middle? And turns out, I believe that it has a mohawk of scales down the middle, and then 2 other rows of osteoderms on its side. Because, so if we go back to where it's being thrown by the bear dog, giant bear dog, we see 3 distinct lines of rows of osteoderms, and as it's getting thrown towards us, as it's getting thrown toward us, we have to follow like the curve and how it goes frame by frame. It's a little difficult because it's moving so fast that it really jumps between frames. But if we just follow these lines, we can see that that there's a middle line that like splits and makes the middle of the back. So the back of the Sand Leviathan, there's like a gap, and then it's almost like a valley between 2 different sets of scutes, but they merge together towards the neck, and then on the neck they become one. And so that's what I'm seeing. And yeah, let's see, is there anything else? Yeah, and then guess the last thing, which is probably like the easiest thing to spot, is that we can see the tail of this creature right here, as clear as day. So that's cool. Also, another thing I want to point out is that people keep thinking that that the crocodile like Leviathan that we see at the beginning might be related. That might be related to this sand Leviathan that we see, but I don't think so, because they are completely different. They have like, one, not only is it smaller, right, but it also has a completely different like scales and osteoderms as well, and a completely different head as well. The head is significantly longer than the Sand Leviathan, and also the back. The osteoderms on this one are flat. It's almost like a crocodile, or like an armadillo. I think that's a better comparison. Like, it's almost like a table, like a flat table of scutes on its back, and this one has like a longer, pointier head. It's almost like a Pinocchio's chameleon or something. Don't quote me. I don't know if a Pinocchio is the right thing. Feel free to correct me. Also, I'm pretty sure its hands, the water leviathan's hands are, or the crocodile leviathan's hands are webbed as well. Yeah, if you just look, it's just how like the osteoderms and scales and the head, and pretty much everything is just very different. It's not the same creature at all. I'm fairly confident that it's using the Leviathan skeleton, that they're both using the Leviathan skeleton, but I don't think they're very close related at all. I think they're too different. But let me just check my drawing real quick, see if I missed anything. So I set the back, the holes, yeah, okay, yeah, you see the feet, you see that, yeah, okay, yeah, I pretty much talked about everything. Thank you for watching this short, silly video. Feel free to like and subscribe, and super excited for Monster Hunter Wilds. Can't wait for it to come out, and can't wait for the next Summer Games Fest video. Alright, bye, see you. Alright, Merry Christmas.